The NHL draft allows the worst team to select the best player available every season. Sometimes you end up with a franchise-altering player that's a perennial all-star and destined for the Hall of Fame. Sometimes you end up with a guy who couldn't hit an empty net inches away from the goal line. As the New York Islanders select Matthew Schaefer, hoping he's destined for greatness, these players are the cream of the crop when it comes to the top overall selection. Our John Filkowski is the guy you picked to make this list. So, here are the best number 1 overall draft picks in NHL history. Before we begin, click that subscribe button for all the up-to-date information we can give you on the New York Rangers, the New York Islanders, and all of the NHL as we cover the league every week in our NHL Bar Talk.
The reason why I do not have him higher in this list was a guy that, yeah, he was one of the top 10 goalies in the league for a while, but he wasn't right near the top. If you look at the Vezina voting, outside of his Vezina win, he didn't really finish all that high most of his years. So for me, I would have to put him down here. It's top 10 just because historically he's up there. Second all-time in points by an American-born player behind Mike Modano. That's probably going to change because he's only 31 points behind. It's probably going to change this year. He's going to pass Mike Modano. He is a 3-time Cup winner. He won the Calder in 2007-2008. He won the 2013 Conn Smythe. He won the 2015-16 Art Ross Pearson and Hart trophies, part of the NHL's 100th anniversary team. One of the better playoff performers of his generation. I had to go back and forth between him and number 8 on this list because his 10-season peak is great. I think the player at number 8 that I have might have a better 10-season peak, though, considering when he played. He won the 05-06 Ross and Hart trophies. He was a 4-time first-team All-Star. He won Olympic gold in 2010. He won 2 gold medals for the World Cup of Hockey in 2004 and 2016. And he's the 13th player to record 1,000 assists. Hall of Fame class of this year. Congratulations, Joe Thornton, on getting in. It was only a matter of time, but he is one of the newest members of the Hockey Hall of Fame, along with a guy named Alexander McGillney, who we've all been lobbying for a long time. I have Thornton ahead of Kane because I looked at their 10-season peaks from their age, like 21 to 30, 31 season. In this case, 31 for Thornton because obviously he missed the entire 04-05 season, where he probably could have had anywhere from 80 to 100 points added to his resume there. So he missed out on a lot of points there. But even with that said, he played 02, 03, and 04 seasons in the dead puck era. That was part of the dead puck era. And he still had a better points per game in that time than Patrick Kane over that span. He also led the NHL in assists 3 times. So for me, I had to go Thornton over Kane. Moving on to 7, and I might catch some flack for this one for recency bias, but hear me out. He's got an amazingly high points per game percentage. It's ridiculous. He's one of the tops all time. He's won a cup. He won a Calder in his rookie year in 2014. He won the Pearson and the Hart in the 23-24 season. He won the Four Nations. He's the 12th player in NHL history to score 140 points in a season. This is a guy that's going to climb the ranks very, very quickly. And I think he's going to end up with more points than Joe Thornton by the end of his career. So the fact that he's already there, his 10-year peak is better both than Kane's and Thornton's by all the numerical standards. So that's why I have him at 7. At 6, he was a 4-time Cup winner, the Calder winner in 1973-74, 3 Norris Trophy wins, 7-time first-team All-Star, 100th anniversary team member, the second D-man to score 100 points in a season, Bobby Orr being the first. Since then, there have been Paul Coffey, Al McInnes, Brian Leach, and Erik Karlsson. Also, Denis Potvin, upon retirement, was the all-time leader in goals and points by a defenseman. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1991. You could argue that he's the most important Islander. I mean, you could, if he's not, he's number 2 behind Mike Bossy. And this guy was a rock on defense for them. I think without him, I don't know if they win a cup. I don't. Because he was the guy that shut down everybody, scored at the other end. He beat up your star players, and he was one of the best captains ever. Guy Lafleur, 1971 first overall pick. You know about the shenanigans that Montreal pulled with Oakland to try to get this pick. Won 5 Stanley Cups, 3 Art Ross trophies, 3 Pearson trophies, 2 Hart trophies. The Conn Smythe in 1977, who was a 6-time first-team All-Star, part of the class of the Hall of Fame of 1988. He was the first player in NHL history to record 6 consecutive 50-goal, 100-point seasons. Like, he was incredible. He set the standard offensively. So, Guy Lafleur absolutely deserves to be in the top 5 of this countdown. And I know I might receive some flack for this because of recency bias, but if you look at the accolades, you'll understand it. Connor McDavid at number 4, 2015 first overall pick. 5 Art Ross trophies in 10 seasons. 4 Pearsons, 3 Harts. A Rocket Richard for a 64-goal season. The 2024 Conn Smythe being the most current player to win it on a losing team and the first since Jean-Sébastien Giguère in 2003. He is the 4th fastest player to 1,000 points in NHL history, only behind Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, and Mike Bossy. That's some rare air right there. Incredible. He also broke Wayne Gretzky's assist record for a single postseason with 31 that he had. McDavid registered 34 assists in the 2024 playoffs. So he's got 150 career playoff points already. He might retire with 300 playoff points at this rate. He keeps going. So Connor McDavid, he is just bulldozing his way. If we come back in another 5 to 10 years, Connor McDavid might end up being 1 or 2 on this list. I'm just saying, he might. Number 3, Alex Ovechkin, 2004 first overall pick. He won the Calder in 05-06. He won the Art Ross in 2007-2008. He's won 9 Rocket Richard trophies, which is a record. He's won 3 Pearson and Hart trophies. He won the 2018 Conn Smythe in his only cup win. He is a part of the NHL's 100th anniversary team, and he's obviously the all-time leader in goals. When this guy came in, I thought he was going to be the next great goal scorer, but never could have pictured this. This is unbelievable. He's going to score his 900th goal this upcoming season. It's only 3 away. I don't know if he's going to retire after this upcoming season, but if he stays and plays 3 or 4 more seasons, can he score 1,000? I mean, it might be possible. Let's just say he scores another 35 goals this year. He might have a legitimate chance at 1,000 goals. And then maybe we're looking at this list differently a few years down the road. Number 2, his rival, Sidney Crosby. 2005 first overall draft pick, 625 goals, 1,062 assists, and 1,687 points. He is in very rare air to be one of a handful of players to score 600 goals, 1,000 assists. That's rare air. He's won Olympic gold twice in 2010 and 2014. He's won the World Cup of Hockey. He's won at the Four Nations. He's a part of the Triple Gold Club. He is a 3-time Cup winner, a 2-time Conn Smythe winner. And there are only 3 other players in NHL history, I believe, with 2 or more. Actually, there's only 1 other player with more Conn Smythes, and that's Patrick Roy. He has the same amount of Conn Smythes as Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux. That's insane. 2 Rocket Richard wins. One of them was a co-win with Steven Stamkos in 2010. He's won 3 Pearson trophies, 2 Hart trophies, 8-time first-team All-Star. He's a part of the 100th anniversary team. He's the 14th player in NHL history to record 1,000 assists. I don't know if I'll ever be able to put him ahead of Mario Lemieux, but god damn, this guy has a just incredible resume. One of the best of all time. There used to be a debate about whether or not he was ahead of Marc Messier in the all-time list. I think he's past Messier. I think Messier himself would probably agree. This is one of the greatest players ever. He has a chance at finishing 2nd all-time in points if he wants to continue playing that long. I think this is fairly obvious because this player is the reason why they invented the draft lottery, but it's Mario Lemieux. 1984 first overall pick, the tank race between the Devils and the Penguins, well documented, but in less than 1,000 games, 915 to be exact, he has 690 goals, 1,033 assists, and 1,723 points. He's won gold at the Canada Cup. He's won gold at the Olympics in 2002. He's won gold at the World Cup of Hockey in 2004. He's won 2 Stanley Cups, 2 Conn Smythes, the Calder in 1985, 6 Art Ross trophies, 4 Pearsons, 3 Hart trophies. He's a part of the NHL's 100th anniversary team. He's 2nd all-time in goals and points per game, with a minimum of 700 games played, only behind Mike Bossy in goals and Wayne Gretzky in points. And he is a part of the Hall of Fame class of 1997. The waiting period was waived because he was that damn good. Again, everybody tries to argue that he's the greatest player of all time. I think if you put together the prototypical hockey player, it would literally be Mario Lemieux. Size, skill, speed, smarts, hands, shooting, defensive awareness. He had everything you could ask for. I don't think he's the greatest of all time. I still think that's Wayne Gretzky. But Mario Lemieux, to me, is one of the 4 greatest players of all time. I would put him on Mount Rushmore, alongside Gretzky, alongside Gordie Howe, and alongside Bobby Orr. So I think those are the 4 greatest players ever, in my opinion. Mario, this was a no-brainer for me. I think it would be a no-brainer for anyone that would put together a list of this. But I'm sure there's arguments to be had for other players to be on there, certain players to be off this list. Phil, what the hell are you thinking putting so-and-so on the list? If that's the case, what would your list look like? Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Tell the world about Big Apple Hockey. Tell the world about this list. Let's stir up some conversation, some healthy debate. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to provide good hockey content to you. And there will definitely be more of these types of countdowns coming your way. So be on the lookout for yours. Be on the lookout for them, rather.
Your ideas are intriguing to me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.